Have you ever looked back at the past and wondered how people managed their lives, especially when it came to money? It is fascinating to consider what a weekly paycheck looked like in a different era. While it varied, the average worker in the United States earned approximately $100 per week during the 1960s. Now that might sound like a small sum by today's standards, but to truly understand its value, we need to dive into the economic fabric of the time. The actual wage depended heavily on several key factors. For instance, the industry you worked in played a huge role. A skilled factory worker or a professional like an engineer would certainly earn more than, say, someone in a service industry or an agricultural laborer. Location also mattered, with urban centers often offering higher wages compared to rural areas. Gender and race were unfortunately significant determinants as well, with women and minority groups typically earning less for similar work. Think of it this way, the $100 average was a benchmark, not a universal fixed rate. Many jobs, particularly those requiring specific education or union membership, could push that weekly income higher. To really grasp the purchasing power of those dollars, it is essential to consider the cost of living back then. This is where the seeming smallness of the wage starts to make more sense. Comparing directly to today's nominal dollar amounts can be misleading without understanding the context of what goods and services cost. Let us look at some specific examples. In the 1960s, a gallon of gasoline often cost around 30 cents. You could buy a loaf of bread for about 20 cents, and a movie ticket might set you back just $1. The average price of a new house was typically under $15,000, a stark contrast to today's housing market. The federal minimum wage also saw increases throughout the decade, starting at $1 per hour in 1961 and reaching $1.60 by 1960, reflecting a growing economy and rising living standards for many. So, when we talk about a worker's weekly wage in the 1960s, we are not just talking about a number. We are looking at a snapshot of an entire economic system where expenses were significantly lower and the value of a dollar stretched much further. Understanding this helps us appreciate the daily lives of people during that transformative decade and how their earnings supported their families and lifestyles, shaping the culture and society we still learn from today.